Welcome, ladies, to week 14 of my pregnancy, and I am actually technically just started my 15th week, but I am 14. This is going to be my 14th week vlog, and the baby is about the size of a lemon, which is so big to me. Like, a lemon is big. I don't know. I'm really excited about that. Like, that's a growing baby. Like, that's an actual baby. So, yay. I am feeling a little bit better. I mentioned in my last video that I have had a sinus infection and it hasn't been going away, and I've gone and I've seen the doctor and I've called the doctor back, and they put me on 2 antibiotics, and then finally went to the doctor again, and I actually saw my personal doctor. The first doctor that I went into was like a walk-in clinic doctor, because I finally went in on a Saturday. So I finally saw my doctor. She put me on a stronger dose of antibiotics, which I think are working, but along with having a stronger dose of antibiotics, it also gives you yeast infections, as many of you women know. So, I mean, obviously I've been trying to take all the good probiotics to get that back into my system, and I think I'm feeling better. I am noticing a little bit of improvement in, like, the amount of mucus and, like, yucky stuff, just that infected mucus, but I'm also noticing, like, I still have a lot of soreness here. I feel kind of like I got punched in the face. But overall, I think I'm feeling better. I still have headaches, and I guess I'll just go into my pregnancy symptoms, since I'm not sure what's pregnancy symptom and what's sickness symptom. But first I just want to do a really quick kind of a explanation. If you look at my face, you'll notice that I've got, like, I don't know where it is, I think it's here. I've got, like, marks all over my forehead. So today I went and got my hair done. I got my hair dyed and cut, and that's why it looks kind of scraggly, because I haven't done anything to it. Like, she didn't curl it or anything, but it was a student, and she didn't really protect my head, so I've got, like, stain all over my skin. So anyway, that's what that is. It's lovely, I know. Anyway, so my symptoms, not sure how pregnancy it is and how sure it is, like, how much of it is my sinus infection, but I've been having headaches, like, really, really bad. And I've been taking Tylenol for it, and every once in a while I'll take ibuprofen, which I know you're going to be like, no, you're not supposed to take that during pregnancy, but I actually did some research when I was pregnant with my first daughter. I found it was like I'm not sure, it was a research paper someone had done on ibuprofen during pregnancy, and some studies had found that small amounts of ibuprofen actually were good for the baby. And so I'm not sure how much and how often that was, but, like, I just kind of took that as, you know what, small amounts every once in a while isn't gonna harm the baby, and that's kind of what the paper was saying. Although, since I'm sure doctors aren't going to regulate how much women should take, they just say none whatsoever. I just found that an interesting paper, and so during my pregnancies, if, like, a couple times, I mean, not a lot, honestly, not a lot during my pregnancy, but if something happens where I'm in a lot of pain, I don't feel bad taking an ibuprofen. So that's where I'm at. You might think I'm crazy fluky, but I'm not one of those people that are, like, really paranoid about things. This is my 3rd pregnancy. And you know, with every pregnancy, with every kid, you kind of learn, I don't know, you get your groove for things, and, like, what you think is, you know, appropriate and what you think is not. And I don't know, I don't see any need to be, like, I'm not one of those people that are, like, overly cautious about everything. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I like to take things more, if it's logical, if it's not logical, or if, I don't know, I look at the risks of certain things, and, you know, I don't know, I don't get all oversensitive about things or over careful about things. I don't like to live life like that. Anyway, I could go into more detail, but, you know, there's like certain things during pregnancy that they say you're not supposed to do that, Anyway, I won't go into it. Maybe another time, like, maybe I will. I don't know. But anyway, that's my stance on ibuprofen. I don't take it often. I don't take it when I do take it. I don't take a lot. But I personally don't think small amounts of ibuprofen are going to harm the baby. So, let's see. My breasts are still sore. They're still sensitive. They feel very pregnant, like pregnant nursing breasts. And they're growing. They're just getting bigger and bigger, which I think make me feel like I'm a larger, like I feel more overweight because my boobs are growing, and sometimes I forget that it's just my boobs and belly that are growing the most. Sometimes it makes me feel like I'm gaining a lot more weight, but then I think it really is mostly in the boobs and belly, but obviously not all of it. I think in this last week I've gained 1 pound, and you know, that's okay. My weight has kind of slowed down some, so I'm happy with that. Let's see what else. I am getting a little bit more energy, which I think is just due to second trimester. Now that I'm in my second trimester, yay. I am getting more energy, but I'm also, I think, still limited on my energy just because I've been sick. I think if I wasn't sick, I would have a lot more energy, but I've been having more energy. I've been able to do more things. And so I can tell, like, with my sickness, I'm getting better. Let's see, my belly is growing. I can tell, like this morning when I woke up, I was laying in bed and just kind of feeling my belly, and I could like feel my uterus coming out of my pelvic bone. Like I could feel a bump just laying down in the morning, which without having to push on my belly and feel for my uterus, I could just kind of feel it there. It was just a bump, and it was kind of crazy. I was like, look at that. That's actually my belly. Like that's real pregnancy. So that was kind of fun. I do think, so I'm at 14 weeks, I think that there have been a couple times where I felt like I felt the baby kick. And I felt it before. I've had 2 previous pregnancies, and so I'm pretty confident that that's what it was and that it wasn't just like gas bubbles, but they've been really faint and not very often. So not sure how, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if it just continues to get stronger and stronger. So that's really exciting though when I have felt that. I've noticed that I'm feeling pregnant and that I've been peeing a lot more lately, which is funny because I really haven't had that symptom yet. Not a lot. I think maybe when I first found out I was pregnant, I thought I was peeing more, but then it went away and I didn't notice it. But lately I am noticing that like today when I went and got my hair done, I peed before I left the house. I left the house and all of a sudden I had to pee again. Like I could just feel that tightness. And so it's just funny because I'm like, yeah, I feel pregnant. And like there have been a couple times where my husband and I have ran errands and I'm like, the moment I'm in the car, I'm like, nope, honey, I gotta pee. We gotta go somewhere where that has a bathroom. And just back to feeling that pregnant, oh, gotta pee. And the other thing that I'm feeling a lot more is feeling that old pregnancy feeling, or the old woman feeling, like where you just don't move like you used to. Like if I sit down and I go to stand up, like I've kind of talked about this in the past, but it's getting worse. Like I feel pregnant and I move pregnant and I'm like, everything I do, I'm like, I feel like I have this huge belly, and like getting it in and out of the car. Like my husband and I made a trip into Anchorage, which is kind of the big city. And we went shopping the other day and ran a bunch of errands, and every time I got in and out of the car, it was like, oh, my belly was so huge, and like I had to recline my chair back and couldn't squish my belly, and just felt pregnant. Like I felt pregnant, and I felt like I looked pregnant, and just, I don't know, getting that awkward. It's hard to move, and I'm only 14 weeks. What else? I don't have any nausea. No more any of that dizzy, car sick, anything like that, so that's really exciting. I forgot to mention in my last video, which I was really excited about, when I went to the midwife, I was hoping to hear the heartbeat, because I didn't the first time. If you remember, the first time I went in, I didn't hear it, and then I went in at 12 weeks to hear the heartbeat, and she couldn't find it again, and I was really bummed. And finally I felt like I should tell her to move up a little bit because it felt like she was really low. Like she was still going like against my pubic bone and like into like below my pubic bone. And finally I just thought, are you sure that the baby isn't higher? Because to me it felt like the baby was higher. And she goes, well, we could check. And sure enough, she checked and found it. And so I was really excited. I finally got to hear the heartbeat. So that was really exciting. I have another doctor's appointment on Wednesday, so in 2 days I get to go in again. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, another symptom I wanted to say I'm noticing lately. I'm wondering, and I don't know. I've been feeling really kind of depressed lately, like depressed about certain things in my life and like finding it hard to be happy about things. And like the hardest thing that I'm having, like the thing that I'm having the hardest time with is like my husband is trying really hard to be like there for me and like making me happy, and he's trying really hard to be a really good husband. And I'm finding that it's not registering for me like it usually would. Like usually I'd be really happy that my husband's making an effort and I'd be just like happy with him. But I'm noticing that I'm just in a funk, that I'm just not happy. And it doesn't matter what a good husband he is or how hard he's trying, I'm not happy with him. But I can tell that I think it's just my hormones, because in my head I'm like, I'm happy with him, nothing's wrong. He's trying really hard. I can just tell that I think it's just my hormones. I'm just in a funk, and I just feel almost like I'm getting depressed. And there'll be moments where I'm like just thinking about how I don't feel happy, or I just feel depressed, and I'll just want to cry. Like I don't know why, and I don't have any reason. I don't have a reason. I'm just in kind of a depressed funk, and I don't know how much of it is pregnancy related or if I just need to get on Prozac. I might talk to my doctor about it if I feel like it's progressing, but I've just noticed I've been a lot more emotional lately and a lot more unhappy with things that normally I'd be happy with. Normally I would be so happy that my husband is making such an effort. I would be cuddling with him. I'd be this wonderful wife. But I've just had no desire. I have like zero libido, no desire for sex, no desire to really have anything to do with my husband. And it's really sad because he needs it and I need it, and I should be happy with him, and he deserves a kudos. And I have been trying really hard, even though I might not feel like, you know, giving the praise or giving. I don't want him to see how miserable I am in my head, and so I'm trying really hard to fake it on the outside. But I just don't feel right. I don't feel like myself. I'm feeling upset about things that I probably just shouldn't be upset about. So I don't know. I don't know how unusual that is. Maybe I should do some research and look into that. But anyway, okay, I think that's it. I'm going to do a belly shot, and I'm going to probably do I need to do my giveaway. So I'm going to do my giveaway either today or tomorrow. We'll see how far I get. I've got a lot of things I have to do today, so I will probably, I don't know. We'll see if I can get it done. Maybe I'll do it really fast. Okay, tell me, ladies, I'll do it really fast. If you tell me to do it, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, let me do your belly shot really quick. Okay, so I think this is belly shot. This is, I went shopping and I had to get new pants because my other pants really aren't fitting anymore. So this is my 14-week belly. And this is during the day, so after dinner, obviously, it gets a lot bigger. But this is pretty much just a normal, you know, I've had lunch and breakfast and all that. So, and I think it's measuring like at about 2 inches below my belly button. I think I'm measuring about 35 inches. So I measured today and that's where I'm at. So anyway, okay, thank you ladies, and I'll see you in a little bit with my giveaway.